Greetings, YouTube. As I mentioned recently in a video dealing with a school that took a picture of a student in his own home with a school laptop, I take my privacy rights very seriously. But having said that, when you're in public, it's a different matter. In public, you have no expectation of privacy. So if you're walking down the street, in a park, in a mall, what have you, there is no expectation of privacy. Just as if you were to use a public phone, if you can find one, there is no expectation of privacy or speaking to a person on a cell phone. Everyone around you could hear. So if they overhear you saying something which is illegal or compromising, don't be stunned if that information can be used against you. There is no expectation of privacy while talking on a cell phone or a public phone in public. There's a reason this comes to mind is that there was an article today I saw online about a blogger in Sunderland, England. Apparently this person was at the Bridges shopping centre in Sunderland and took a picture of his child on a coin-operated ride. A security guard took umbrage at this fact and told him to stop taking pictures of his own child, and then accused him of being a pedophile. Of course, the guard then let him walk away with the child, which does make things a little strange, but he was actually stopped by the police because the guard called the cops and said, you know, there's a suspected pedophile on our property. And the police officer wanted the man to erase the picture from his camera. The person, of course, declined this request because he had done nothing wrong and was completely in the right. But if you're in public and someone points a camera at you, you can be annoyed, but you're in public. You have no expectation of privacy. Now, I can guarantee you that there were at least a dozen cameras in that mall, either owned by the mall proper or by stores in the mall, watching everybody that walks through that mall. And no one seems to bat an eye when that happens. And who's to say who's watching those cameras? Could it be that security guard? Is he checking out someone walking down the aisle? Is he himself interested in a particular type of person above another? Who knows what interests that guard has? Maybe you don't agree with them. But the thing is, when you're in public, in a mall, you have no expectation of privacy. Now, if you're gathering the information, say, for a news article, then yes, you need to get the information from the person, their permission to use their image in a news piece of some variety. I know, my wife used to be a reporter, and when she took pictures of people, she had to get their permission to use it, because they're going to use it in a commercial endeavor. But if you're snapping someone's picture in public, at an amusement park, at a slide in your local park, you know, walking down the street to get a bit of color from a vacation shot, you know, you're taking a tour of a city, you don't need the permission of the people around you because you're not going to be using it for any commercial endeavors. There's also the whole concept of artistic use. That's a different kettle of fish, I freely admit. Sometimes people think that you should be asking permission, and sometimes you shouldn't. Sometimes you have to catch things in the moment, and that isn't possible. But I'm just curious, why is it that people seem to think that everywhere they go is a bubble of privacy? Because that isn't so. Inside your own home, that is a bubble of privacy. On a landline in your own home, that is a bubble of privacy. But walking down the street, strolling through a mall, taking a picture of your child in public, and you happen to catch someone else's kid in that shot, you haven't broken the law. You may have made someone unhappy, but you know there's no constitutional amendment that says you're not going to be annoyed in life. And I still have no idea why most people seem to think that taking pictures of children is somehow bad, or taking pictures of buildings is somehow bad. You can get pictures of buildings anywhere. Most buildings of any decent interest have had their picture taken many times. In fact, just yesterday, I looked at the Google Maps directions to my local branch of the Social Security Department, which showed a picture of the building outside because the Google vehicle had driven by. Right there on the internet, free for anyone who wants a copy. I'm not a terrorist. I just have to go get a social security card because I can't find mine. I don't know where it went. So I think people need to stop and reassess what is and isn't private and accept that there are times they don't have a right to privacy. And then, when they do have a right to privacy, dig their heels in and fight with every ounce of their strength to protect those rights. But if you're taking a picture of your kid in public and someone accuses you of something like that, just smile pleasantly and say, I'm sorry, but it's none of your business.